Hello everyone, welcome back to the Indic Observer. Today we will discuss India's massive defense deal with France for Rafale jets and how China is stepping up its game by reportedly sending missiles to Pakistan. So, from warships to technology transfer and even some shady behind the scene moves by China, let's break it all down in a way that's easy to follow. First off, let's talk about the Indian Navy, right? If you've been scrolling through X.com lately, you must have seen Indian Navy flexing its muscle from posting its pictures and videos. They're showcasing their pride and joy of India, which is the aircraft carriers INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant. And these massive ships are able to carry fighter jets, helicopters, and a ton of military gear. Now, on the other side, there's been a lot of chatter about INS Vikramaditya being recently deployed in the Arabian Sea. And I mentioned that in my last video that it was a scheduled move and not a knee jerk reaction to the recent Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir. But you know how the misinformation spreads like a wildfire, right? Some folks are connecting the dots that don't even exist. So let's set the record straight. The deployment of INS Vikramaditya was planned and not a response to the attack. So, what makes these carriers so special, right? You can see the INS Vikrant on the top and the INS Vikramaditya at the bottom. The INS Vikramaditya, originally a Russian ship, and INS Vikrant, the India's home-built carrier ship, these are game changers. Vikrant, for instance, which is the top one, is a 262-meter long, weighing around 40,000 tons, and can carry up to 30 aircrafts, including the Russian MiG 29 jets and the helicopters like MH-60R for anti submarine warfare. And it's got a ski jump for launching planes and an arrestor wire for landing them as well. And Vikramaditya at the bottom is similar as well, with a slightly larger capacity. Both are armed with missile defense systems and radar that can spot threats from miles away. And the fun fact is, Vikrant at the top is 76% made in India, which is a big win for the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, meaning self reliant India. And now I'm not even sure if Tejas, which is the Indian indigenous fighter jet, has been tested on these carriers yet. It's mostly the Russian MiG 29, and for now. But Tejas is definitely a part of India's broader defense push. And speaking of the broader defense push, let's get into the big news, right? India just signed a massive deal with France for 26 Rafale marine jets worth a whopping 63,000 crore rupees. That's about $7.6 billion. And these jets are specifically designed for carrier operations and will be deployed on INS Vikrant and INS Vikramaditya, replacing the age old Russian MiG 29 jets. The deal includes 22 single seater jets and 4 twin seater jets, which delivers starting in 2029, wrapping up its delivery in 2031. But it's not just about the jets, right? The agreement comes with a full package, weapons like Meteor and Scalp missiles, simulators for training, and logistics support. Plus, there is a big focus on making India self reliant as well. And here's where it gets interesting, right? The Ministry of Defense made it clear that this deal aligns with Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is India's mission to build its own stuff. And the agreement includes a transfer of technology marked in red, which means that India gets to integrate its own weapons like the Astra air to air missile and the Rudram anti radiation missile into these Rafale jets. And even better, France is helping set up a production facility in India for Rafale fuselage, plus maintenance and repairs and overhaul hubs for engines, sensors, and weapons. And you would ask why this matters? Because instead of shipping every broken part back to France, India can just fix things locally, right? Saving time and money. Oh, and it's a job creator as well. Thousands of jobs for Indian workers from engineers to technicians. And that's a huge step towards building a robust defense industry right at home. Now, let's not kid ourselves, right? India has still got work to do. because we're building our own aircrafts like Tejas, seen in the slide right now, which is awesome. But the program is very slow. Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, which is HAL, has missed multiple deadlines, and in a world where the arms race is moving at lightning speed, we can't afford to lag behind. And the Rafael deal is a stopgap to boost the Navy's strength while we get our act together in the homegrown projects. And just to be clear, the Rafael deal was in the works long before the Pahalgam attack. It's not a reaction to that tragedy, just an FYI. So while India is strengthening its ties in France, things are heating up on the other side of the border, right? China's foreign minister Wang Yi recently had a phone call with Pakistan's foreign minister Ishak Dar, where China pledged its support for Pakistan. Well, this comes after the Pahalgam attack, which India links it to Pakistan based terror groups. And Pakistan, of course, denies any involvement and is crying foul over India's decision to suspend the Indus Water Treaty. And I speculated in my last video that China might be pulling strings behind the scene to keep Pakistan in the game. And now it's starting to come out in the open. So here's the kicker, right? While China publicly calls for an impartial investigation, India into Pahalgam attack, unverified sources are buzzing about China's rushing PL-15 missiles to Pakistan, and these are long-range air-to-air missiles with a range of about 200 kilometers. And Pakistan reportedly they're already fitting these into their JF-17 jets. And this move seems like a direct counter to India's Rafael deal. And it's almost like China is saying, if India gets fancy jets from France, we will arm Pakistan to the teeth. And this isn't out in the blue. This isn't out in the blue. Yesterday, I shared how Pakistan's railway minister accidentally spilled the beans about 130 nuclear missiles aimed at India. Not a single bullet has been fired yet from the Indian side, but Pakistan is clearly rattled by India's silence and India's uncertainty. And now, before you panic, India is not defenseless, right? We've got the S-400 missile defense system, which has a longer range than the PL-15 missiles that China has, and it can take down threats from the sky. So Pakistan's new toy might not be as scary as they think. But why is China so invested in propping up Pakistan? It's not just about friendship, right? China has got a lot riding on the China Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is also called as CPEC, which is a massive trade route that I covered in my previous video. And plus, China is feeling the heat from US tariffs, which are pushing companies to move manufacturing out of China. And India is poised to scoop up a lot of that business. There's even talk of a $500 billion trade deal with the United States, which I mentioned in my tariffs video. If you want to go check it out, please do. And China is frustrated, maybe even a little jealous that India is getting this golden opportunity. So by stirring the pot with Pakistan a little bit, China hopes to keep India distracted and slow down its economic rise. So what's the big picture over here, right? India is trying to play a long game, and India is trying to build its military and economy while navigating a tricky neighborhood with China and Bangladesh in the east and Pakistan on the west. And the Rafale deal is a massive step forward, not just for from the defense perspective, but for a job and self-reliance as well. So China's missile moves with Pakistan are definitely concerning, but India has got tools to handle it, right? And the Pahalgam attack was a tragedy, but it's not the reason for these deals. It's just a part of a complex defense chess game in South China. So, all right, yeah, that's the discussion for today. What do you think about the India France deal and China's sneaky moves, right? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive. And until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep observing. See you next time.